We are here live from Montreal, Canada, and the Pacific Ocean in BC, Vancouver, with Leesa, Jean-Philippe, and Vince. Jean-Philippe, take it off.
Thank you, Vince. And we have the pleasure to introduce you, Leesa. But the problem is, it would take a year, 2 years, maybe 5 years to introduce Leesa. So what we have chosen to do is stick with us for the next 20 minutes, as it will not only change your life, but it's going to change the life of people around you for a better world. Are you ready, Vince? Are you ready, Leesa?
Yes, we are ready. Imagine a world where,
as a result,
we've changed the way the world values girls.
We give more to the earth more than we take.
We've stopped climate change in its tracks.
We're creating a world that's regenerative.
I believe we can do all of this.
Yes, we can. And in the next 20 minutes, Leesa and us will be together with you. So Leesa, do you have a few words before we start the 5 questions?
Oh, thank you so much, gentlemen. It's such an honor to be with you, and I'm so excited. You know, there's never been a better time for us to create a better world, and so I'm super excited for our conversation today.
Fantastic, fantastic, Leesa. We are probably even more excited than you are. So the first question, very simple. Vince, you're gonna start the first question.
Yes, Leesa. So, question number 1. What's creator of a new alphabet for humanity?
Yeah, well, do you want me to tell you a little bit about the story or
yes.
where it came from? Okay, so this is really profound. Last year, I was at the beach with my son one day. He was 3, and he looked at me in this moment, and I felt like his soul was actually speaking to me. And it was asking me, like, Mom, what have you got for me? And I realized in that moment that I did everything I thought I should do as a mom. I taught him the alphabet, I taught him letters, numbers, and colors. And I realized in that moment, I thought, why is it that I haven't taught him words like compassion and empathy and diversity and gratitude? And so I got this idea to write a list of alphabet words that would allow me to teach my son how to be a great human being and how to connect with his heart. And so it sent me on quite the journey, because I came home after being at the beach and I shared the alphabet list with my husband, Trevor, which you guys know Trevor really well. And he almost fell off his chair. And he said, Leesa, you've literally rewritten the alphabet. And we got really excited and realized, wow, we need to create something out of this. And so we launched a Kickstarter campaign. And I'm really proud to say that we've created an incredible body of work that called A New Alphabet for Humanity. I'll share it with everyone here. And it's basically a book to inspire the next generation of children to be compassionate, to be loving, to be kind to people and the planet. And this is really the mission that I'm on right now, is really to inspire parents and inspire children to connect with their hearts and really instill a love of nature. So that's kind of the story. And yeah, it's been an incredible project, one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done.
Fantastic, fantastic, Leesa. And it is the new alphabet, I believe. I have one at home. Vince just bought 2. Tell me more, Vince, because I understood that some 2 little amazing people just got this book, right?
Exactly. And my niece and nephew, they got a little delivery at their house, and I just got a testimonial from them, and it says, I'm going to read it to you. Love this book. My brother bought me for my kids. The explanation for each letter for the alphabet and illustrations are both awesome. I would recommend it to anybody that's, any kid, even school teachers that want to buy this book to share to their classroom.
And Leesa, if I had to ask you, what's, for example, one letter or one word or few words that you can share with us about the new alphabet?
Well, I want to share the one that I think you guys love the most. And this is the new mindset that we all believe in, which is abundance. A is for abundance. And abundance is knowing that there's enough for you and enough for me. And the more that I give to others, the more I receive. And so this one I love. It's got you know, children and community gardens, growing food, solar panels, and really just teaching kids from an early age that it's not about scarcity. That was a lie that was taught to us, right? This is the new world. It's about abundance and about really uplifting each other and creating a world of compassion and kindness and care. So abundance is a big one. The other one people love is gratitude, right? So I think it's amazing to teach our children from an early age how to be grateful and ask them every day what they're grateful for, get them thinking, get their brains wired to really focus on that. And the list goes on.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I have a second question for you, Leesa. Second question is, how can you or can we transform our world for the benefit of humankind?
Powerful. I'll tell you that in this journey of creating this book, I have had one of the most profound insights of my life. And that really is that I believe that every problem in the world could truly be solved if we were connected to our hearts. And I think we're moving through a time where we're recognizing that our heart connection is the most important thing. And that's really what we're all about. That's why we're doing this show, right? And I think that if we all really focused our energy on reconnecting to our own hearts and connecting with the hearts of others, and also instilling a love for nature, with our children and with ourselves, I think that literally could solve every world problem. And it's really about healing the story of separation. And I'll share something that's very, very interesting, because I've been part of a regenerative leadership training program with a group of leaders from around the world that are looking to try and heal the world, essentially, and create a more sustainable future. And one of the things we've been talking about is how centuries ago, we were living in harmony with the earth, and we were living in harmony in communities, and we understood our own internal wisdom. And then through the times, through the ages, that changed, right? We moved into a scientific age, and then we moved into an industrial age. And during those times, we actually became disconnected. We became disconnected from ourselves, from others, and we were sort of taught to, you know, go into this world of competing, and it sort of it created this disconnection, which is why we have this situation in the earth where we're you know, our biosphere and our ecological systems are being ruined. It's because we have that disconnect. And so I feel like the time that we're in right now is about us reconnecting. It's reconnecting with ourselves and the earth. And that really is going to solve the world's problems. I just believe that so wholeheartedly.
Well, very powerful, Leesa. Question number 3, how can women reach their full potential and fully be happy? Or what do you have to say to support women?
This is a great question. I think the first thing is self-love. I think that women, we grow up with certain beliefs about not being good enough or not being smart enough, and we compare ourselves to others, and it leaves us not feeling enough. And I think if we give ourselves more love and more compassion, we come from a place of power. We come from a place of groundedness. And so I'd say self-love is definitely the first one. I've been on my own journey of learning self-love for many years now. And I can say that's really what transformed me, is really just having a love for self and appreciation for self and how far we've come in our lives. And the second is really, women are being called to step up right now, because we are made for these times that we're living in. As difficult as these times are, women are being called to step up and rise up and speak our truth about the things that we care about and the things that we need to change in the world. And that feminine power is rising. And I feel that as women, we are all feeling this right now. We're feeling this inside. And even in this pandemic, It's like there is an opportunity for us to create a better world right now. And as more women step up to share their voice and their vision for a better future for their children, for their grandchildren, for future generations, that is really where the change happens. And we give ourselves permission and we give others permission just by speaking up. And really the goal is to become a great ancestor. The thing I realized creating this book and this project is that we might not know the impact of what we do in a day, but that just rest assured the decisions we make today are going to impact future generations. And so our job is to be a good ancestor and speak our truth, live our best life, commit to excellence, because that is really what it's going to take to create a better world for our children. And that's it's as simple as I can explain it.
Simple and complete, may I say it? I have no words now. We have a fourth question is, give us an example of business of tomorrow.
The future of business is going to be driven by purpose. And we're moving into an economy that is not going to be linear. It'll be circular. So the businesses of the future are going to be circular economy businesses. So what that means is that whatever we take from the earth, we don't take it and make something and then throw it away and create waste. We find a way to take something and put it back or recycle it or upcycle it. And so there's a whole range of new business models that are coming online that are regenerative, which means that we can regenerate the earth and we can heal the earth through these new business models. And the other thing that's going to change, and this is what's caused so many of the world's problems, you guys, we have treated the earth like it's a business in liquidation. And the reason we've done that is because those are the systems we created, right? The corporation is designed to maximize shareholder profits. And that's all that really matters, is to grow and continue to distribute profit. But that's changing. We're moving into an era where businesses are realizing they need to take care of the whole ecosystem. They need to take care of their community, their suppliers. They need to take care of the earth. And so we have to move away from this business model of profit maximization. And we move into a model where we're taking care of our entire communities. And we prosper through that. See, there's businesses right now that are already showing us they can make more money. They can be more successful if they actually take care of the good of the earth, essentially. And so that's the business of the future. It's not going to be the business that takes and takes and takes and exploits, exploits people, takes from the earth. It's going to be, how do you make it so that everybody benefits and everyone wins? And there's not going to be this extraction going on all the time. So I feel very passionate about this, and I can already see that it's changing. Those businesses that have operated like that in the past are not going to succeed in the future because the tide is already turning.
Wow. Earthset plus heartset equals stronger and better together. Leesa, question number 5. You've been around all the world. You live in Vancouver on the Pacific Ocean, and you live in Australia. What's next for you, Leesa?
Well, I think right now it's a case of reorganizing values and really getting grounded into committing to the vision. I mean, for myself, for the book, I'm excited about this book getting into every school, and just really inspiring children all around the world. For every book that we sell, we plant a tree. So I'm excited about the idea of planting 1 million trees, right? So get 1 million books in distribution and plant 1 million trees. So that's a personal business goal, vision that I have for really making an impact through education. And I think really, I want to live a really grounded life. I think this, like, we just started a veggie garden at home, and I think our values are changing. Less busy and more time for living, and still traveling and enjoying travel when it's available to us again, but doing it in a way where we're grounded, right? There's less busyness and really more time to enjoy life, and just operating from your vision, from your highest vision, from our highest self. So for me, it's about making change in business and education, and then really just practice what I preach, like actually live in alignment with building a life that's truly sustainable, right? So that's what I always say. It's like, how do you build a life that's sustainable and a business that's sustainable? So, so that's what's next. It's just moving into the next evolution of ourselves and the impact that we're making in the world.
Wow. Wow, wow,
Wow,
and
wow.
wow, Leesa. I think it was
to come and check out my veggie garden. You guys have to come and have a salad from this veggie garden. It'll be the best salad you've ever eaten in your life. It's amazing.
when are we doing that?
Whenever you like. You guys, you should definitely come out this summer. So it's so beautiful here in BC, and yeah, it's amazing. I like, just honestly, you guys, even if you don't have a lot of room, I encourage everybody listening today, plant a garden for yourself. It's not that hard. And the food that you taste from your own garden is the most magnificent experience ever. And it's also one of the biggest things you can do to create change in the world right now, because we need to change our food system. And if you really just go as simple as planting some herbs or some salad, you know, like spinach or something that you can eat every day, I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Yeah, I think it is. And Milan is so enthusiastic to start her garden right now at home, because we're doing all the backyard and everything. So she's so excited. There's flower boxes that are ready to be at the right corner. And she said, you know what? That's my place. That's where I belong. And I will grow everything. And it's life. I mean, as you said, it comes from the ground. That there's no better way to help the world.
That's so true. And I'll tell you something else really cool. I was in a mastermind this week with some leaders that incredible people. Like this one woman runs a huge renewable energy company based in Pakistan and the US, and like amazing. And we all had this conversation about how we're trying to make our own things, right, at home, right? So it's like, you know, make your products from scratch. It doesn't take very long, you know. She was trying to find a solution for like spraying something to fix the bugs on her plants. And then she realized, oh, I could just easily make something with like lemon and baking soda. I think we're moving into a time where we're recognizing that we don't have to consume so much. We don't have to push that Amazon button, but actually we could make things ourselves or like simplify. And even for women, I'll share this as well. Women, we are programmed through marketing that we need to have 80 beauty products, right? We need to have like 80 bottles of things that we use every day. And how many do men have? Men have like one product, right? So I think we can challenge ourselves to not have so much, like be a little bit more minimalist, because actually we feel better, we feel lighter, and we don't have to be part of like that whole cycle of like always having to buy things, you know? And I know for myself, this has been a journey I've been on. I was addicted to buying things on Amazon to make things easy, but actually it makes life more complicated when you have too many things in your house. And I think we're all being challenged to, you know, kind of simplify and, you know, think about what we can do to make our own products at home. Because again, that's another thing we can do to be the change.
Definitely. One step at a time, one thing a day. If we stop clicking the Amazon button and we start doing it ourselves, it's going to change not only for us, but for the people around us, for the world completely, because we can make our food. We can make a lot more things. And as you said, men have one bottle. But what is that bottle, by the way, Leesa? Because I'm not sure. I don't know if I have 1 or 3 or 5. Maybe I don't have 40, but what's that one bottle that Trevor is using right now? Because he may use only one bottle. I don't know.
Well, I make him I'm all into natural products. So we don't use anything chemical. You know, even things like Gillette shaving gel, I won't let my husband use that anymore. We just try and use the most natural products. And the good news is there's more available now for women and men. That's just simple, beautiful stuff. I don't spend money on my beauty products. Honestly, you guys, I spend like next to nothing every year. I use one bottle of a beautiful oil for my face. So you can simplify.
Change your water, change your what foods you put in your system, vegetables and fruits, change your life. Wow. Very powerful, Leesa. Just I'm absorbing everything you're saying, because everything you're saying it's what we're the next generation consultants. That's our tagline today, new generation consultants. So Jean-Philippe, What do you have to say to close it off with Leesa on the Pacific Ocean from her 4th, 3rd, and 2nd floor overlooking this beautiful ocean? It's just spectacular, and she's here with us today sharing. She's been globally, she's been internationally, and she's changing the world.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right, Vince. And I'll share just a small story because when I started with Trevor was years back, and Trevor is Leesa's man in her life, and I have to say that Trevor always speak about Leesa like she has so much imagination, but not only just imagination, because imagination is so much important. But if you don't put it in action, nothing's gonna work. And Leesa is always in some kind of project that not only help like her to get like better, but to help people around her. And it always was, from my understanding, since Trevor's in your life, maybe in the past when you were like 20, 25 years old, you were experiencing all kinds of things. But since the past 10, 15 years, maybe, there was like a certain shift in your life that it's about people around you. And the first time I spoke to you like in person, I was like, wow, not only she has a great energy, well, it's unbelievable. Like the ideas, the fast moving like brain, like this direction. And not only that, because people can have fast brain and have fast ideas, but it's like, it's so clear. And Vince bought a machine for water, and the water is so clear right now. And when I see the water being so clear like that, I can picture your mind, because your mind is so clear, Leesa. It's clear about where you're going. It's clear about how you will impact the world. It's clear how you will love Maxwell or Trevor, and how you will influence them to be better people. And nobody said, and people can always say, you know what, it's not always pink or blue or this. Sometimes life is hard. And I gotta say, yes, life is hard. When you surround yourself with people like Leesa that always see possibilities, and that things are looking to be like smoother than it is actually, I think Leesa is a clear soul. And we said it best: Earthset plus heartset equal stronger and better together.
Yes, it is.
Fill my heart, you guys. And I mean, I'm so grateful. Every time we connect, every time we spend time together, it is so amazing. And it really just shows just the power of our energy combining with each other. And it's just so, you guys inspire me so much. And I'm so grateful that we really get to support and celebrate each other to make bigger impact in the world. It's amazing.
Thank you again, Leesa.
Thank you.
Thank you. So wonderful, you guys.
To all our listeners, this is Leesa McGregor, Jean-Philippe Loisel, and Vincent, and we'll be seeing you on the other side on Monday live. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Leesa, from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.